Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Željko Mitrinovic, and today I will show you the production planning tool hd-dispoNT developed by Rubecon. Right after we start the program, we can see an overview of our machines and their performance. In this view, every row on the left side of the screen represents one machine. The main area in the middle shows planned work processes on those machines. In this case, you can see planned work processes on your machines in a 1-week overview. Every job has an underlying network map which describes the relation between parts of the finished product, as well as the predecessor-successor relationship of the individual work processes. By using the network map, the system keeps the order structure intact even when moving work processes to an earlier or later date. Now you can see the network map with the predecessor-successor relationship displayed and the availability to display some further information of the single work processes. Using the deadline of a job and the information gathered from the network map, the planning tool is able to calculate a machine date for every work process. This machine date specifies the latest possible date the process has to be run on a machine for the entire job to meet its deadline. With a double click onto one of the machines on the left, we enter the detailed planning area of the selected machine. In this view, we see the order of planned work processes on that individual machine in greater detail. On the right side of the screen, we see 3 dates: the delivery date, the arrival date, and finally the machine date. If the machine date of a work process is overdue, that process is marked yellow, like that one here. If the delivery date of the job is overdue, the process is instead marked red, like that one. So, by using this simple visual system, the planner is able to distinguish jobs that require action at a glance and to react where necessary. New jobs are either transferred with an interface or, in case of standalone usage, entered manually into the system. The planning of new work processes is initially done according to the machine date. The more urgent the machine date, the earlier the work process placement. The gray area is a configurable duration. So you can set up for every single machine this gray area. It's called the frozen zone, in which processes are not moved during automated planning. New processes are planned after this zone. That prevents new jobs from changing the already completed and set planning for the day, but the order of the processes can of course be adjusted manually with a simple drag and drop mechanic to adjust for any special circumstances. The system keeps the predecessor-successor relationship of the individual work processes intact while moving. That means all processes that would be in the wrong order after the moving process will automatically be adjusted to start at an earlier or later time. With a double click on one work process, we can access the electronic job docket of the corresponding job. This provides all information of that particular job available at a glance. Using this tab here, it is possible to include date-specific information like material delivery or customer-specific dates as well. So you can set up for each particular machine individual checklists that have to be checked before that work process can be produced on that machine. A date is entered here, causes the work process to automatically set its starting date to adjust for the earliest possible starting point. The time that is freed by that movement is filled with other processes automatically. So, using a viewer license, office staff or procurement employees can enter those dates without having to go through the trouble of contacting a planner every time there is, for example, a delay in the shipment of required material. This allows for a highly efficient automated workflow. Calls between departments concerning dates are reduced to a minimum. To optimize the production plan, the planner is able to create so-called production blocks. These are used to group similar processes together, thereby saving setup time and cost. The block manager is able to group and filter processes per machine by specific criteria like material, colors or coating and combine them to a production block. Using these tools, it is fast and simple to create an efficient production plan. The planned work processes are executed and the current status is monitored using a production data collection system. On completion, the process is moved to the left of the timeline. So, in review, let me give you a short overview of the advantages you gain from using hd-dispoNT. The automatic planning determined by the calculated mission date does most of the actual planning work. Dates from other departments can be entered directly by employees from the specific departments and influence the production plan automatically. Movements in the planning timeline automatically adjust to keep the structure and predecessor-successor relationship of your production path intact. So the block manager allows you the creation of production blocks, which minimize setup time and cost on machines between processes of different jobs. This concludes our short introduction to the production planning tool hd-dispoNT. If you have any questions or would like presentation adjusted for your company, feel free to contact us at info@rubecon.de or visit us at www.rubecon.de. Thank you for your attention.